do that. It's so exciting for me when I go into a gym, Jack, and parents come up and thank me. Personally say, thank you for writing a story about Brianna's strength, who didn't get a lot of exposure, but now is. Thank you for doing what you're doing. Coaches for years and years had complained to me that they would send in a story to a news outlet, a media outlet, and they would get this much, they'd get this much about it. We're writing full stories about the wrestling event that happens at Sockasty High School.
Be stoked over that.
Yeah, they're so excited. The coaches are finally able to promote their kids and get their kids some exposure, because those coaches aren't making a ton of money.
For your audience, that weighs more than even being in the old media. I mean, I'm part of the old media, but I've embraced the new media. And it's a whole different world out there.
It is.
You guys are laying a great foundation, man. I mean,
I completely agree. And when it's online, it's accessible to grandmother who's in Ohio, uncles that are in New York. I mean, it's accessible to all of these different people. So when we write a feature story about Tyler Keene, it's not just seen locally. He can send it out to his extended family and friends and people that have graduated. And you've got all these Myrtle Beach graduates in Sockasty and St. James and Conway, North Myrtle Beach, that are able to follow their school now online in one location.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just tremendous. It really has been for us.
There's also an upside. I could see where somebody, who's looking for some talent for their college team would stumble upon that.
Well, we
might give somebody a second look that they hadn't heard of.
That's exactly right. And I think some of these kids are using it to send out to potential recruiters. They're saying, hey, I was the Mammy's Kitchen Athlete of the Week last week. And they deserve it, to be honest with you, Jack. They really do deserve a lot of the recognition that they hadn't been getting. So, I think there's a ton of uses for it. We're pretty happy. Again, it's GrandStrandSportsReport.com. I think once people check it out, and I run into people like you just said you hadn't visited the site yet. But in 2 or 3 weeks, you and I will run into each other again at an event somewhere.
Yeah.
And what I'm finding is people are saying, wow, I really didn't know. I had no idea how broad and elaborate your site was. When you were telling me about it, I just thought, well, this is just a website. But people come back to me and tell me how much they love it. And then I'm finding, and this is the great thing, Jack, I love when I say this. I say, Jack, did you check out the website that I told you about? And you say, absolutely, man. In fact, I go to it every day. It's one of my favorite places. Every morning when I wake up, I go to your site and I check the stories. Check the scores from last night.
So you do that too? You got all the scores on there?
We have the scores, we have the stories, we have the pictures, we have the whole deal. Yeah, I mean, we talk. We're doing local sports. That's our focus. We're not doing everything else. We're not talking about the political stuff. We're not talking about whatever else. We're doing local sports, highlighting local athletes, and giving them the recognition they deserve.
You already looking forward to another great year on the radio with football? I mean, is it too early to start thinking about it?
Yeah, and I do the play-by-play for North Myrtle Beach High School and have for years. I do it with Wayne White, who's been one of my best friends since we were kids. So, it's just an opportunity to spend 3.5 hours on the radio talking about football with one of your best friends.
That's awesome.
I love it.
That's not work, man.
No, I mean,
it is. I mean, it really is.
It's not. And the support North Myrtle Beach has given us has just been tremendous. I don't know if you know, but our football team is 0-20 over the last 2 years.
Oh, I'm aware of that.
0-20.
I am definitely aware of that.
But our listenership is up, and the people that are watching online, we do live streaming video of all the games home and away.
Your boosters, dude, they bought into it.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. So North Myrtle Beach has really supported us. They treat us really well.
They treat you too well. You got to be ashamed, man. You got the best high school football gig in town, and you know it.
I agree.
I mean, they're great too.
I mean, we get fed before each game.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
They do a super job.
Yeah. You've got Loris on your station.
I have some guys who buy time for me.
And do Loris.
They handle it, but I'm part of Blue Pride, and we go over there. And
Well, the Loris people have always been good to us as well. That's what we found when we go into another town. It's not always great. Marlboro County does not treat visiting radio groups well. But you go to Loris, Daryl Graham, and those people up in that box treat you so well.
That's great to hear.
Can I get you some food? Can I get you some drinks? You go to Conway, same deal, man. People treat you very well. Myrtle Beach, everywhere you go, people treat you really well around here. Man, that's so nice to do.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good to hear, man. Well, best of luck. I know you're passionate about it. I apologize for not checking out the site.
No,
I mean, I didn't even know, Alan Smothers says, yeah, Tyler's working on this great site.
Well, it's GrandStrand.
I thought it was something about the Wolfpack or
no, man.
Or pictures of his trophy.
He's
He doesn't have yet.
South Carolina Sportscaster of the Year.
Yeah.
Mr. Smothers is.
Yeah, Mr. Smothers.
He would shoot me if I didn't get that in. But Strand
It's
Sports
fine. He'll probably get it in 10 times if you didn't. It's fine.
Yeah, well, GrandStrandSportsReport.com. And go take a look at it, Jack. Let me know what you think.
I will.
I think you'll like it.
I promise I will. Best of luck to you, man.
Thanks.
I love it.
Yeah.
See, he can't spell entrepreneur either, but DR1 too, and I love it. Best of luck to you, buddy. Hey, come right back. More River Talk.